Salutations, greetings, friend, and welcome. Today we are taking a look at lines 6 through 10 of Vergil's Ecloga, which I believe is the extent of Tityrus's, or satyr, or layabout, his reply to the poor herdsman. Here is our rubric. Everything that we're looking for as we go through the text. Let's get started. O mele boye, Deus nobis haec otia fecit. Namque erit illa mihi semper Deus. Elias aram saepe tener nostris ab ovilibus imbuit agnus. Ille meas errare boes, ut cernas, et ipsum ludere, quae velum, calamo permissit agresti. And that's as far as we're going to make it. I hope this one will not be as long as the last one. Let's get started. So, O Meliboy, however you say his name, we have that E again, so we know this is a vocative. It's singular and is masculine. I didn't need the O's. See? But anyway, O herdsman. Deus, you got the US there, so nominative singular. That's masculine. Nobis haec otia, and here is our verb. We have the T as our ending. Note that we have the E right there. This is from facio, so it means to make, create, or do, but with the E change, that tells us that this is a perfect tense, so third singular perfect. It's active, and it is indicative. And then God is the subject. I'm going to move the action right next to God. God, that probably being, I was going to say Zeus, but now I'm thinking about it. These are farmers. Zeus is the high god of the pantheon. Who was at the field? I don't remember now. Yeah, another thing to add to the notes, I suppose. Well, I know it's not Stank Rockleys or something like that. But anyway, God made nobis, nos, noster, nobis, nos nobis, so this could be dative or it could be ablative. And this is, so we don't care about that yet, we'll come back. Hike from hic, hike, hawk. So immediately this could be the nominative singular feminine, except we've already got our nominative singular. So the other option is, only available option is accusative, plural, and neuter. As we take a look at otia, which is from otium, we know that it has to be that these two going together. So accusative, plural, and neuter. God made these close ones leisures or eases. Eases doesn't make sense, so I'm going to say leisures. Made these leisures. And then with us doesn't make sense, but dative of advantage makes a lot more sense. So dative plural, and then no gender, for us. All right, well, bragging, that's a nice thing to do. Namque, for indeed, qua there, is the and, so we could just straight and for, but for indeed sounds better. For indeed. Very emphatic. Erit from sum esse fui, this is a third singular future tense. Ille, with that short E, this one from ille, illa, illud, further away. For indeed, that had Deus, got US there again, no need to parse, that God will be mihi, ego me, mihi meme, so this one is dative singular, that's the only option, to me, ooh, no, I mistranslated that, sorry, God does not belong there. Erit has to connect two things. That Deus is separated from ille, so it makes sense for this to be linking. That one, nominative singular masculine, will be to me semper always God. And I'm not sure who he's talking about. The commentary probably has a note on that, which I've completely failed to read. Oh, air conditioning is turning on. That's nice. But I'm sorry if it ruins the sound quality. I'll try to speak up. Okay, where were we? Ah, yes, Ilias from Ile Ilan Elud again. That is not nominative. Not nominative. Saipe, love that word. Tener, interesting. Nostris ovilibus imbuet. There we go. Et as our ending. This is a third singular. Imbuo. I think this is a third conjugation, so then that E would be future. And active. Indicative. This means to wet, to steep, to saturate, or to stain. Interesting word. Agnus and tener, both of those are nominative singular masculine, just based on their form. Nominative singular masculine, so we know that this, as an adjective, is going to be modifying agnus there. No need to parse because we have it here. Hold that over. So, a tener, which is a tender, a delicate, a soft, a youthful, or effeminate lamb, but a male lamb, so a ram there. Probably youthful then would be the best translation. A youthful lamb, I'm trying to figure out how I should write this out in proper English order. I'm not going to write it there. Those I'm going to leave up there. Let's go with Saipe first. Often. A youthful lamb. And we'll come back to that. Aram, accusative singular. And feminine. Ilias, from Ile, Ila, Ilud. Ilias, Ilias, Ilias. Genitive singular. That one's possessive. Alter. That one specifically being the god. Referring back to that. That one's alter. Often a youthful lamb. Imbuet will wet, will stain, will saturate. I think I'm going to go with stain. But the others are pretty good ones. I don't know about steep. I don't think they boiled the blood. Yeah, that doesn't sound like a Roman thing. Now to nostris ab ovilibus. Nostris here is dative or ablative plural. It needs to be modifying something. And we have ovilibus, which is also dative or ablative plural, with an ob right there. Now, not normally do we find an adjective outside of the prepositional phrase, except I think in poetry, which makes me again think this is almost certainly poetry. I still haven't found out anything about the meter. It's probably as easy as, does the Ecloga have meter? And then that's the answer. But time is not a thing I have as much as I'd like. So, ob here takes the ablative. I should stop complaining to you, sorry. Nostris is part of that ablative, and ovilibus is also part of that ablative, which is plural. And ovil is, I don't know. My notes say neuter, but ovilis as the nominative, that doesn't make sense for a neuter. Well, if I'm wrong, or me from however many weeks ago that was is wrong, I'll put a note. Neuter stain. And this would be often a youthful lamb from our sheepfolds. Period. More bragging. Ille, as we've seen beforehand, no need to parse it again. Meos, errare, boes. No verb there, so we have to move on. Ut kernos, that's a subordinate clause. Can't handle that. Et is linking this clause here with this following it. Ipsum ludere. Another subordinate clause, so we can't handle that yet. Kalamo, that looks like it could be a verb, but no, ille would be pointing back to either the lamb or to the god, probably the god, since we've already got Ilios and ille used of that. Looking ahead, so that can't be a verb. And here we have permissit, it as our ending. That is a third singular. Permitto, permittere, permissi. So this is a perfect tense. It's active and it is indicative. And I'm going to have to, well, yeah, I think I'm going to have to move the translation up here. That one permits, and then we're going to enter either objective infinitive clause, if that's the proper term. I can never remember what objective infinitive stands for, but this might be it. Or it's an indirect statement. Indirect statement does make some sense because this is similar, at least, to a verb of saying, speaking, or telling. Saying, perceiving, or thinking. There we go. Meos, you got accusative plural. Boes, another accusative plural. Which you know is feminine because meos has the A in there. Permits my bovines, my cows, cattle. Errare, R-E right there. Off of era, the present stem, so that's a present active infinitive. So this could be accusative subject with infinitive main verb. My cattle to wander, but since we're translated this way in English, indirect statement I think makes less sense. So again, probably objective infinitive. Ut kernos, kernis, kerno, kernere. So this is a third, this is not subjunctive, but it is second singular present active indicative. Ut then is not going to be introducing a purpose or result clause, but in this case it's just the just as or as translation. As you perceive or discern. Here it is. Probably misspelled. I hate that rule. And got an accusative, self. So it's important here that Vergil used ipsum rather than se, because se would mean ille. Se is always reflective back to the subject, whereas ipsum from ipse, ipsa, ipsum also has the meaning of self, like se does, but in this case it's non-reflexive. It can be referring to someone else. And who else would this be? Well, the speaker. So we've got titeris here. And myself, and permits myself. Ludere, R-E, present active infinitive, exactly like errare. To play, or to mock is another translation, but we'll wait until context to offer that one. I have not, except maybe in textbooks, seen it used for mock. But again, Titeris is bragging a lot here. Quae velum, which is from qui quae quod, yeah, you know that one. So this could be nominative singular feminine, accusative plural neuter. I think accusative plural neuter. Let's take a look outside of this clause first. Finish this before coming back to that. Kalamo. We have an O there, so that could be dative or ablative. And it is masculine. So, singular masculine. Could be just like fagi, not fagi, avena from previous section. Speaking of which, a note to say about that when we go through and review Melogius. You know what? I don't think we're going to do the reviews after this. As the first Ecloga is too long. That would 20-minute video just reading through. But anyway, I will have to note a correction there. But anyway, kalamo is a reed pipe, an actual reed pipe, not like an avena. An avena is something else, found out. So I think ablative makes most sense here. Again, ablative of instrument with a reed pipe. Resti. These are rustics, countrymen. It's a third declension, so that I is a dative. Permits 2 or 4, and so it could be permits 2 or 4, or it could be with a reed pipe to them, or it could be with a rustic reed pipe. These two are right next to each other, except for the verb, and it's singular. So I don't think it makes sense for it to be countryman. He's not playing this reed pipe to the countrymen, or the rustics. I think he's playing with a rustic reed pipe, which then dative is incorrect, and ablative is correct. Could be wrong about this. This I is not normally anything that I remember anything about. Shoot. There was something in my brain, and then it went away. But anyway, I think these two go together. So with a rustic reed pipe. Quae vellum. Now, all we have to ask is, what is quae referring to? Because of vellum, which is em there, so first singular present tense, wolo, wele, wolui are irregular. So active and subjunctive. Quae doesn't have anything to refer back to. There's nothing neuter in the clauses around this, so it must be something else. Well, what neuter word has anything to do with a reed pipe? Well, Carmen. Carmen is a neuter noun, and it means songs, or song in the singular. So quae could be referring to Carmen, whichever, or which, I wish, which I might wish. I think that solves the problem. And neuter, what or which ones I might, because this is, not present, imperfect, sorry, because it's built off of the infinitive, and the infinitive subjunctive built off of the present, not infinitive subjunctive. Imperfect subjunctive is built off of the present infinitive. Anyway, might wish. Okay, there we go. Now from the top. O Meliboeus, God made these leisures for us. For indeed, that one will be to me always a God. Or my God, the God, something like that. That one's altar, often a youthful lamb from our sheepfolds will stain. That one permits my cattle to wander, as you perceive, and myself to play with a reed pipe, which songs I might wish. Or the rustic reed pipe, sorry. So there we go. That is Tityrus's bragging response. And now my quick note. So preparing for this passage, I noticed kalamo is definitely reed pipe in meaning, which means that avena must have some other meaning. And I realized, I misread my own notes. It's oaten pipe. What's the difference? Well, this one is made from an oat plant, I guess. And oats are kind of like reeds. I don't know. I don't know the difference, but there you go, correction. Thank you very much for joining me. I hope that you have a good life. Farewell.
What? You're still awake? Why are you still here then? You should be reading a book. Or if not reading, you should watch one of these other videos. Please like, subscribe, leave a comment. See you next week.